guys to another YouTube series on this Q&A series on the Trill Beats music channel. Today we're going to be talking about once saved, always saved. Is it biblical? Is it doctrinal? And what are these people really trying to say, or what are they thinking that other people are trying to say when they talk about this? I know this is going to be a very extensive topic, and I know many of y'all may not agree, but I'm just going to tell you what the scripture says, like always, and that we're going to get right to it. If you're wondering what am I holding right now, I'm about to put up LEDs in the new studio. They basically mimic the fluorescent tubes on that you see in neon lights, but it's like an LED strip inside this, and it looks really nice. Let me show you a quick run through on what it is. So now you see what it is. That's what we're going to be doing while we talk about this topic. So with that being said, let's get right to it. So one of the parables I want to talk about that really go with this, because I know in the last video that I talked about, I mentioned the book of Jude, where it mentions to not use grace as a license to sin. And why would he say that if once you believe, you don't really have to worry about it, just keep believing in God? Well, if you see in the scriptures, it shows you what a true believer is. A true believer is not someone who just gets saved and does what they want to do after that and then go to heaven and expect God to accept them. It does not show that in scriptures, and I can show a bunch of scriptures that convey that. It says, pick up your cross, deny yourself daily, basically to let your old self die in the past and crucify your old and your flesh daily. And so with that being said, it's very straightforward on what you do. Mostly you see the people who follow Jesus, they stop doing what they did. You don't see Peter going back to the boat fishing after Jesus called him. You don't see him do that. I mean, yeah, you see him go to the boat after Jesus died and waiting for the resurrection, but you don't see him just there. So with that being said, you also, let me get to one of the parables that really you can see what Jesus is trying to say. For the first parable is about the prodigal son. The prodigal son leaves the father and takes all his inheritance and goes spend it and lives in the world. But then he comes to a point where he doesn't feel, he feels like, no, he doesn't feel, he's broke, and he's over there cleaning up where the pigs are. He's eating what the pigs are eating and one of the stables so he can get money, because he's over there getting paid by cleaning up after pigs. And he says, wasn't I getting fed daily at my father's house? Aren't my servants who work for my father work better? Let me go back to my father, change the way I'm thinking, and go as a servant so I can work for my father. And as you see doing that, he goes to his father's house, and instead of expecting his father to be mad at him, his father is opening with two wide open hands and happy that his son came back, because what was lost is found. So he does a good feast, and then you see the older brother getting jealous and stuff. But as you can tell, it's right there. You don't see that he goes back and continues living as he wants to live. He comes back changed with a new mindset. He's changed, saying that, man, I'm really grateful for what I have. Let me stay. Let me keep on going. I'm grateful, as you can see in that. And then another parable I want to talk about is about the king who invited a bunch of people to his wedding and no one showed up. So he invites everyone on the streets, and those people show up. But then you notice that one guy comes without any garments. And the king's like, why don't you have any garments? And the guy's not able to respond at all. And so he says, go and throw this man out. For he didn't even get himself prepared for the wedding, he just showed up. And so what that's showing right there, if you can't really understand what I'm saying, that's showing that many are chosen, but few are called. So what is Jesus trying to say when he's saying that? Many people say that they believe, the few go and walk in that path towards Jesus. Few go and walk towards the path of where you actually follow Jesus and where you dress yourself up in righteousness, where you dress yourself up in Jesus. So with that being said, I hope that really clears up the air. I hope you really see what I'm trying to say about once saved, always saved. I'm going through what parables say. I'm not going through with the standard of what everyone says. That way you can see more in scripture on what that means. And so with that being said, the just about living how you want, going in sin and just saying because I believe, is there's really no sacrifice in that. There's really isn't. And I really don't see where people get to this whole misconception about that. It's just really irritating, because not towards that I'm irritated at the people, but like, how are you going to just live like how you want and expect Jesus to just open, like, then what's the whole point of accepting Jesus in your heart? What's the whole point of following Jesus if you're never going to act on your faith? Faith alone is not enough. You have to act on it. And I'm not saying works get you into heaven, because we all know that works don't get you into heaven. I'm saying that you have to follow Jesus. In Mark it says the signs of a true believer are those people who are going to go and cast out devils, who are going to go and heal the sick, who are going to go and preach His word. Those are the signs that are going to come through a true believer. Not only that, they're going to be able to heal the sick and do the same things that Jesus did. It's not enough for you to be peaceful in the storm. I said this many times, and whether I go and where I'm preaching or where I'm stating in videos, you're not called just to be peaceful in the storm. You are called to conquer the storm and walk on it. You are called to work out and bring others to Jesus. Not just to go and just worry about yourself. Because we're not here to worry about yourself. It says we are here to deny ourselves. You can't deny yourselves if you're still living the way you're living. Now, with that being said, I really hope that this really helped y'all. As you can see, I got this light working. All I'm doing is taping it up. But I'm really hoping you're seeing what I'm trying to say with these parables. I know I'm talking really fast because I'm doing two things at the same time. But if y'all have any more questions, let me know. I'm probably going to do a more in-depth video. Probably the next video. Or if y'all have any questions, just comment below. But like I'm saying, it's pretty simple on what you see in the Word. I don't really see where this lie is. It's a lie from the devil that's telling us that we can live however we want to live as long as we just say we believe in Jesus, which is not really true. I don't see that in the Bible. I don't see people getting saved and them not wanting to follow Jesus. Every person that you see get healed by Jesus asks whether they can follow Him or they come back new. And you might be talking about, what about the people who didn't go and share the good news of them being saved and stuff? Well, as you can see, the person who actually went to come back to Jesus to thank Him and who was really changed by that actually received more than the person who got healed. So with that being said, you have to deny yourself, crucify yourself. I mean, not crucify yourself, but crucify your flesh and follow Him. There's no more you living in the past. The past is done with. And so with that being said, once saved is always saved. But many people aren't really saved, so to begin with. So I hope you know what I'm saying. So thank you for watching this YouTube video. I hope this really helped. Hoping you found me this quite interesting, me making a light in front of y'all. But yeah, with that being said, God bless.